Hello and welcome back to my channel, and I'm thrilled to be here today as a guest for this month's edition of Everyday Inspiration. So my lovely scrappy friends Crystal, Christy, Daisy, Lisa, Dolly, and Jen every month on the 15th of every month post a lovely project based on an inspiration piece that one of them has chosen for that month. And this month, Crystal and I were having a chat back and forth as she was driving. Well, she wasn't driving, but she was in the car. We were having a chat back and forth about all sorts of things, Scrappy, in our Sketch Sunday series. And all of a sudden, she sent me this gorgeous photo that she found with this beautiful spiral staircase. And I went, oh my God, that would be awesome for an off the board episode. And then she said to me, you know what? I'm going to send it for the Everyday Inspiration for January. And then she and my lovely friends invited me to join in this month on it. So I will have all of the channels linked below. So please make sure you pop on over and see everybody's gorgeous projects, because this is such a fun, isn't this fun? Also, this gives you all sorts of ideas. I went from stripes to all sorts of ideas. And in the end, what I came up with was this. So one of the first things that came to mind was a set of dies that I have from Stampin' Up called Scribbles, and swirly scribbles. And they're so cool. And I really don't, I haven't been using my dies enough, which is another thing that I mentioned in my 2020 goals video. So I dug that out and I cut 3 different sizes. Aren't these fun? So 3 different sizes, am I doing that right? I hope so, of these lovely swirly scribbles. So I took some white cardstock out. This is Vicky Bouton Foundation's paper. And I just sort of laid these scribbles all over that paper. I just sort of put them all over to make a pattern that I sort of thought was fun. Some of them overlapped, some of them didn't. Tried to mix the sizes on the background. And then I went to get some of my mists. I used the Vibes Deep Blue Sea and the Heidi Swap Pink. Those are the 2 main colors that I used. And then I went in a little bit with just a little bit of the teal, and then back over some of this with the Vibes again, and just sort of did a little bit of a background, and then did a few sprinkles as well with the same 3 colors. So I set that aside to dry. And then my idea, because if you look here, there's some dimension as well. If you look at that photo, if you look at this, it almost looks 3D. The banister sort of pops out at you. So I wanted to have a little bit of texture and dimension. So I then used the dies that I had cut out and sprayed to put here and there on the background. Now, on some of these, I went in and I got some inks. I used the Stampin' Up! Crisp Cantaloupe with maybe a touch, I don't have it here, but maybe a touch of Calypso Coral to give it a little bit of a darker shade, and the Midnight Muse. And I went in and I inked some of these so that I would get some depth of color. So you see here on this, this one almost looks purple because I sort of had the teal, the blue, and I put a little bit of pink on it and then added some ink. So it gives a purple color, and I have that a little bit over here on this one as well. So I then just went around and placed these dies above and around willy-nilly, mainly around the photo so that I could, frame the photo and get that lovely swirly, textury, dimensional look. So once you sort of have that background, there's really not a lot that needs to be done to this page. So I backed it on a piece of pattern paper that I had in my stash, just a white and sort of purple polka dot, because there's a little bit of purple in the photo as well as the pink and the blues. And then I had the middle part of this just is sort of like a white circle. So I punched some circles out and inked them so that I could also add some circles here up on dimension. Used some silver foam, that it's on pink foam, silver chipboard on pink foam, and put that a little bit all over the page, and a few sparkly enamel dots. And really, the sort of embellishing of that page is just that, so that it really, the entire thing is the background and the focus on this lovely photo of my grandnieces, which I matted on the same pattern paper that I used to frame. Then I had a few. This frame here is actually a border strip from the Chamel Sparkle City collection. It's a border strip, and I just cut it various lengths and sort of pieced it together so I could get it all the way around, or pretty much all the way around the photo. This is a frame from Indigo and Ivy, which I just cut in two, put top and bottom. And then I mounted the photo on some foam to give it even more dimension, tucked in a couple of this circle here, this piece of die, into the layers to give some added dimension. And then I just put this as a little die cut from the Indigo and Ivy collection. And I don't know, I just thought it looked cute at the top, as though it could be something that you could, you know, hang it on the wall with as a photo. So I added that to the top. I went through all sorts of shenanigans to come up with the title. In the end, I just used this Shine, which is the same, it's the silver, shiny silver chipboard on top of the pink foam. And I put that here because my lovely girls here are shining. I had thought of all sorts of maybe better and more apropos titles, but I didn't have the alphas that I wanted to use on the page. So Shine it is. So there you go. I love this layout. I just think it's fun. It gives movement. Such a fun photo. Thank you so much, Crystal, and all of the Everyday Inspiration ladies for inviting me to be part of your crew for this month. I had so much fun. Love this photo. I would love to, I just can't wait to see everybody else's layout. So I'll be hunkering down on the 15th. I'm recording this on the Sunday before to watch all, because I am so sure there is going to be some awesome, awesome projects in Inspiration. If you feel like joining us, use this as your inspiration piece. Tag us. Either link us to your video if you do videos, tag us on Facebook or on Instagram. We'd love to see what you do. And come back to see all of my lovely friends next month. They'll be doing another gorgeous, gorgeous project. Thank you so much for being here. See you soon. Bye.